Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is Wednesday, the 28th of August, and the moon is in Cancer. It moved into Cancer early this morning, 4:48 a.m. on the east coast of the U.S. We are looking at a morning glory with a bee in it. I don't know if the bee is taking a rest or sleeping, breathing in the pollen. It's been a very active pollinating time. Lots and lots of bumblebees. But last night in my area, they did spray for mosquitoes. Wasn't exactly on top of us, but we were concerned that it would affect the bees, and I don't know if it affects that bee or not, but there's an outbreak of triple E, which is an encephalitis. So they're always very cautious about that, but it doesn't make me happy, I'll tell you that. I understand why they do it, but I always worry about the birds and the bees after that. I can almost smell it in the air. I don't know if I'm hallucinating or not. Anyway, we have the moon in Cancer today, and we do have a lovely sextile between the sun and the moon. The sun in Virgo, the moon in Cancer. It is a progressive energy, a sharing of our knowledge and our understanding, moving us into a more sort of collective future, one in which is more egalitarian, equal, where everybody has an opportunity. It has the overlay of Aquarius, this sextile. It's the second sextile in the series of the sun and the moon. The first one has more of a Gemini energy. This one has more of a Aquarius energy. We also have, right after that, we have the opposition I spoke of yesterday of Venus to Neptune, a vision of the ideal. A vision of the ideal. And we can keep that vision in our mind's eye, and we can aspire to that vision. But we don't want to become deluded or crazed about it. We always sort of have to stay open. You know, we have our own ideals, but then the universe and other people's ideals interweave, and there's a certain amount of faith that has to come with that things happen the way they do in the order that they do, for a reason. It reminds me in a way of many, many years ago. I was in a situation where things were very unclear to me, and I asked the universe to show me what I needed to see with the least amount of damage. And then immediately I found out that there was a betrayal that was happening, and it was a very difficult betrayal for me. But it sort of shifted and changed everything in my life, and I turned a corner in a way that was, while the situation was painful, it was probably the best corner I turned, well, one of the best corners I turned in my life. And so the universe has its way, and it has its wisdom, and we have to trust that to a certain extent. The other thing that happens after that opposition is Mercury stations direct. Mercury retrograde will be over at 5:06 p.m. here on the east coast of the U.S. Hurrah, hurrah. It really messed up my scheduling. I had a few clients that I missed appointment. I didn't want to talk about it. It makes me feel bad, and I don't like feeling bad. But I think everything's going to get settled, so I don't think it's going to be a huge problem. But I do like to be on time with stuff, and this Mercury retrograde just blew me out of the water a little bit. So it's going direct today at 22 degrees of Leo. So if you have any planets at 22 degrees of Leo, I happen to have Uranus at 23 degrees of Leo, so this should be interesting. But I do want to point out that Kamala Harris's Mars is at about 22 degrees of Leo. And so I know a lot of pundits and different people were saying, why doesn't she do interviews? Why doesn't she do interviews? Well, now Mercury is on her Mars, how she intends to move forward. I think we're going to hear a little bit more from Kamala and Tim. We also have a little bit later the moon making a square to its own nodes, the moon in Cancer, squaring the nodes, north node in Aries, south node in Libra. And we can feel ourselves sort of stuck between the past and the future. But we are, the best way forward in this situation, if you're feeling stuck, is to move into the unknown future, aligned with your most authentic self at the moment. We are always becoming. The benefit of Aries is that we actually never stop becoming who we truly are. We are spirit having a human experience. We are humans having connected to spirit and connected to the earth. And we came here to bridge heaven and earth, to bring heaven onto earth and earth up to heaven. So let's get to work, guys. All right, have yourself a great day, everyone. For those interested in my introduction to the Kabbalah, there's still space in the class. If you are interested, there will be a link below. And Ona and I will be doing Mystic Sisters this week on Saturday. Looks like we've moved to Saturday. We were doing Friday nights, and then because of Ona's work schedule, it seems that Saturday is a better night to do it. So we are going to be doing it again this Saturday night, only this time it's going to be on this channel, Victoria Skirbo. So you can join us. If you can't join us, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. If you can't join us then, you can always listen to the recording. Last week's was a lot of fun. And this week, I think we're going to talk about the rising of the divine feminine. So that is something you are interested in hearing about, or seeing what we have to say about it and how we see it as the rising of the divine feminine at this time. You might want to join us. Okay, guys, take care. Much love. Namaste.